So this person makes 3 claims, and I'll be debunking the first one today. If you just cannot wait at all for me to see the explanations of all 3 of these, all the explanations are on my website/app. Anyways, to the debunking. The person firstly claims in John 10:30 that Jesus and the Father are only one purpose, as they both protect their sheep. Now there's a few issues with this claim. Now, obviously no Christian's going to say that Jesus and the Father are not one purpose. The person is also correct in their note of Jesus speaking of believers. But this is not what Jesus is actually trying to say here. Jesus is speaking of his power, as he states in the prior verses. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. My Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. That's John 10:28-29. These verses are speaking of the power of the two. After John 10:30, we see that the Jews are picking up stones against Jesus. Then the Jews took up stones to stone him, this of course being Jesus. Why? Well, because he committed blasphemy, as we see in John 10:33-36. Jesus claimed that the two were one in unity. In the actual Greek, we see the word used for one is that little Greek word right there that sounds something like hen. Now, as one would assume, it should be in the masculine form, as it's referring to the Father and the Son, the Father and Jesus, who are both masculine. Now, the reason why this is very strange is the fact that if it was in the masculine form, it'd be meaning that they were the same person. However, since it is in the neuter form, it actually means that they have unity. They are one in unity. As the German scholar Mr. Bengel writes in his book, I and the Father are one, not merely in agreement of will, but in unity of power, and so of nature. For omnipotence is an attribute of the nature of God, and its discourse is of the unity of the Father and the Son. In these words of Jesus, the Jews, blind as they were, saw more meaning than anti-Trinitarians see in the present day. If the Jews had supposed that Jesus wishes merely to be accounted as a divine man and not as the Son of God, who was a truly God, as Son of Men are men, they would not have seen, whereas thou, a man, thou makest thyself God, nor would they have arranged him for blasphemy. Claiming to be one in purpose with God is not blasphemous, but claiming to be one in unity, however, is. Also, if you would like to read this book I just quoted, it's actually on my website/app, so make sure to read it if you are interested in this topic.